and announcing the winner, which, as soon as Jin-Soo is done and the questions are done, we'll feel free to mingle. It'll take us probably 5 minutes to tabulate all of the scores, and we'll call everyone's attention again. Jin-Soo, go.
All right. Hi, my name is Jin-Soo. I'm a 6th grade math teacher and team leader at Buckledge Middle School. I'm here to talk to you today about leveraging Google Sites to increase team, school, and content collaboration. Right now, let's say a teacher has a great idea, represented by the light bulb. They made a great lesson plan. They found a great website somewhere. They're excited. With technology, they're able to share it across the county with their colleagues, so everyone has a great idea. Well, at least in theory. The problem is there are so many good ideas out there. We get emails saying, check this out, new website, look at this lesson plan. New website, new resource, new technology. These are all great things. The problem is if we get the email and we don't look at it immediately, it gets lost in our archive. It gets lost in the internet because it's scattered everywhere. There's no central place to share the information. Any teacher can relate to, there is so much going on. We're grading, we're lesson planning, we have collaborative planning, we have development, we're professional development, we're going to conferences, we are doing club. We have a lot going on. Sadly, data analysis sometimes becomes something that just gets lost because it's not something that we have time to do, and we don't have time to search for websites. We're busy people. When we move right now, Prince George's County actually has Google Apps, which includes Gmail, includes Google Docs, and we did a great job transitioning to Gmail. It was a seamless process. However, when we moved from Blackboard to Google Sites, it was a rocky process. It was a short time frame, and as a result, a lot of schools don't have collaborative sites. Those that do have collaborative sites are empty and not well used. And in the case of my school, we were over-enthusiastic, so we have documents that look like this with hundreds of and we're frankly not going to look through all of them. So, what I propose is we streamline Google Sites in 3 meaningful ways. First, we create content websites. And then we also create school-specific websites, team-specific websites. This way we can organize the ideas into buckets that are accessible and useful to teachers. We can increase collaboration across the county this way. It'll allow for free up time by increasing efficiency for teachers, administrators, and all involved in the school district. It'll allow for instant data analysis. Centralize all information into 3 hubs, so we're not searching all over the internet or our inboxes to find information. Also requires little tech abilities because the sites are designed to be teacher-friendly with little tech ability. It's free because we already use Google applications. We've already bought it, we're just not leveraging it to its maximum potential. And finally, they'll impact student achievement in a meaningful way. I'm going to go ahead and start off with a content-specific website, go to school-specific and team-specific, and I'm going to show you templates that I hope to be modified to use in all sorts of content, schools and teams. So right here is the PGCPS, the 6th grade math website. You can find resources based on standard, you can also find it based on unit, and you can also find it by searching for it. So let's say I'm a teacher in 6th grade, and I'm in Unit 7. So great, let's go to Unit 7. I click on it, and it takes me to this page. This page covers all the objectives that are assessed in this, and also teachers are able to upload web information like final reviews, whatever the practice test on here. Let's say I want to teach expressing the probability of an event as a fraction. What I would like to create is a page where there's a one-stop resource where as a teacher I can go right on here, find any resource that any teacher has provided, and find it up here. So, right here, you're able to find graphic visual organizers, guided notes, virtual manipulatives, helpful websites, PowerPoint presentations that have been created. Teachers create lesson plans. We do observations. We do it all the time, those detailed scripts. Let's upload them, share them with each other. In addition to that, let's say there's a great website, National Library of Virtual Manipulatives. Here it says spinners are both good for probability. Click it. Takes me right there, find spinners. And as it uploads, here I can see, okay, there's a spinner. I can click on it, and now I can see how am I going to use this in my lesson for a whole group instruction, small group, whatever it may be, I'm able to see it immediately. In addition, MDK12 makes resources for us, but it's scattered in many places. Click here, immediately it pops up so I can make sure that I've already been aligned to the MSA. Speaking of MSA, it's a big thing on our minds, so that's why there's an MSA review tab on this content. So clicking on here, right here there are presentations, there are games that teachers can play. These were presented at the grade 6 website. In addition, there are songs that we created so to share with others, and every single clarification, MSA public release, and any sample item are right here, so as a teacher in around February, I can go through and make sure I've hit everything that I can. This is just a quick overview of the site, and I now want to return to the school website. This is Buckledge Middle School staff collaborative website. So over on the left side, here you see there's a toolbar that collects things like character education, our leadership teams, who's our leaders? One thing that a lot of new teachers can probably attest to is there's a lot of people in the building and you may not know everyone. So creating a staff directory so teachers can know what they teach, what building they're in, extensions, immediately right there. The Weekly Viking is our weekly newsletter put out by our principal, so we upload everything right there in a clear, easy-to-view format. And also, first-year teachers can probably appreciate this, procedures. What do you do? Who do you talk to if you want to do a field trip? Who do you talk to about attendance? What do you do? This will streamline all the procedures instead of having it in one stack handout. In addition, all the quick links a teacher can have are immediately right there. This is designed specifically for Buck Lodge Middle School so that anything that a teacher can need immediately is available right here. The hope is that teachers will use this as a homepage, so when they go in, the first thing they see is character education, the first 15 minutes at Buck Lodge Middle School every single day. They see announcements, and if they want to submit announcements, great, there's an announcement request form that you can click on right there. Finally, there's also things that are categorized. In the tabs, there are drop-down menus. Here you see them organized by department, so you can find resources. Professional development, organized in my first professional development, organized in my technology professional development, classroom management technology development, professional development. And also, we upload pictures, and secretly, I'm the yearbook advisor, so I want teachers to upload website pictures so I can use them. And also, there's a calendar, so instantly you can see what's going on there. This dashboard gives you an idea of what to do. Let's say you're a math teacher like I am. Click on the math page, and these are the department pages. They've been customized for every single department by recognizing that different departments have different needs. Here we have our math calendar, so we can know specifically when math is going on. So let's say you're grade 6, you have collaborative planning. We have to turn in weekly lesson plan grids to our administrator. So this is my file cabinet. I can upload weekly grids on here. My admin does not need to email me, and I do not need to email her. She does not need to receive 20 emails from every single teacher saying, here's my collaborative planning grid. Instead, she can check here immediately to save time. In addition to that, imagine next year when I'm able to go on this website and click straight through and go, this is what I taught the first week, this is what I taught the second week. I can save time in that way. Do you remember that page with all those links? Well, here we're separating links, useful links just for math. 10 websites just for math. As a math teacher, I can click here and know every single website here is something valuable for me. In addition to that, there is a place for useful websites, of course, that are beneficial for all teachers, so they can click on here as well. This scratches the surface of what I hope this website is to be, but I do want to talk about the team site. This is my first year as team leader, and I learned that we say a lot of things, we meet a lot of the time. However, sometimes things don't get done because you're a teacher yourself, and there are things that you propose at team meetings, you're like, that's a great idea, and the next team meeting, it didn't happen. That's why there's a to-do tracker right here, where we input everything, action item that we need done, and so we can check off right here, did we do it? Who's responsible for it, and when did we do it? In addition, on the sidebar, anytime we meet, we take notes, we upload them on the website for documentation purposes. All our parent information is right there. And the thing that I want to talk about the most right now is kudos. This is something that we started where it's a shout-out wall for teachers. Anytime something exciting happens for teachers, something exciting happens for our students, we just post it up there just to praise each other and help create a team culture. Now, I do want to talk about the contact tracker. This is my favorite part, and this really shows data. So looking at the contact tracker, a teacher is able to click immediately right there, entering who called in a simple drop-down menu. Who did you call the student about? What was the issue? Was it a behavioral issue? Was it a concern about academic performance? Were you calling to praise them? A positive phone call, and entering the information. This information is put into a Google document spreadsheet automatically. From there, we're able to instantly summarize it. As team leader, I can say, hey, teacher 4, what are you doing at team meetings? In addition, as a team leader, I can sit down and say, hey, our team is really struggling with behavioral issues. We're really struggling with academic issues. You know what? Positive feedback, let's call some parents and praise some people. Think back to the school website. A similar form has been created for requesting a parent conference. So imagine as a guidance team, sitting down with your administration and saying, right now, grade 6 is the problem. We're having so many issues with their struggling academically. What can we do? Grade 7, we're really struggling behaviorally. You know what, grade 8, they're doing fine. We're not getting too many phone calls about it. And this is done instantly by Google Docs, just by entering in those quick spreadsheets, checkboxes. In addition, we can even track how often we're calling. Are there lulls that we see? What's going on? So what? The hope is that by making sites that are valuable for teachers, that are easy and accessible with valuable resources on there, and providing them just a little bit of professional development, just so they can get familiarized with the website, where everything is, the hope is that it is actually pretty friendly already. You're able to increase efficiency by freeing up time for other things. Administrators can work on disciplining students. They can actually implement the action instead of poring over data. Instead of lesson planning all the time, we can think about behavioral management. Teachers utilize engaging high-quality lesson plans and resources. Imagine as a first-year teacher walking through the door and being able to know every single web resource that other teachers have done. You're standing on the shoulders of giants at that point. You're not reinventing the wheel. Old teachers can also, veteran teachers I should say, veteran teachers can also, sorry about that, veteran teachers can also look at their resources and see what are other teachers doing instead of being isolated with each other. What new techniques are there? And being able to see them instantly. As you saw with the Google Documents, it allows for instant data analysis, which pinpoints areas of concern and strength. And it will also foster greater collaboration within all levels of the community, which will ultimately increase in student achievement. The timeline is available in a brochure, which I'll hand out during the question and answer session. So they're available. And I just do want to say, this is really to explore. If you want the websites, they are available in the brochure. Anyone with the PGCPS email can check them out. And finally, this is just the beginning, and I'm going to stop because I've definitely gone over time. Any questions?
I need a cigarette, I don't even smoke.
A lot of information I understand, I'm trying to process it. If you don't have any questions, right here there's also to-do checks. So the teacher can select the teacher that's selected and turn in what is it that they're doing and able to see what's going on. And also they can, let's say Mr. Cruz already did that, great. Then let's click on it and she can and then we can verify, you know what, she's actually done it, we're done, we're good to go. So we can monitor what's actually being done. And when it was done as well.
So who's responsible for all of the information? So
That's-
what keeps this from becoming that long list of resources?
Great. So what's there is, what I'm hoping is kind of, and this is a shout out to Ms. Bridget, this is a first for all program that started out with it. That's how I'm getting paid for this, partially there. But the hope is that a teacher, and there have been several teachers who I've presented this information to at several middle schools who are willing to lead this program at their school and spearhead it. At my school, I will be in charge of it. And also, if you're concerned about the Google Documents, who can access them, you can change the settings so that only specific teachers can see them or specific administrators. So for example, if you want to create, I'm talking with the special ed department chair, you want to create a page for each case manager and put up websites, their IEPs for Google Docs, and it will be protected so that only people with the right username can access it. So we want to be able to create basically streamline everything.
No, that's
That's
all.
Any other questions?
And thank you. A round of applause again to all of our presenters. Again, as we're getting the judges' last thoughts on this, please stand up, ask the questions that you've been dying to ask of all of the presenters, and we will call your attention back in about, I'm looking at the judges wrapping out, about 3 to 5 minutes so that we can find out who the winner is this evening. But